Now, let me ask you. Now, let's go back. Right now, you're in a beautiful place. Come on, you legendary. But, we're talking about the come up. And I'm a comic, so I know the feeling. So let me ask you. Right before you got on Last Comic Standing, I heard you were frustrated that your career wasn't where you wanted to be. You felt like you were being overlooked a lot. Let me tell you what I heard. From outside that you were frustrated. People. I got they
your sources.
They nigga. Okay.
If they factual.
Right.
I'm gonna say if they relevant sources.
Okay. But I can understand it. People. You want to be. We all sometimes want to be bigger than we are, and we don't. Why ain't it working? Why ain't it working? But it seems like when you got on Last Comic Standing, it really took off after that. After that aired. Unfortunately, whatever. You lost out to John Reap. Okay, in the finals, whatever.
Right.
But. Look at your career. I ain't gonna compare you, but look how far your career gone since that. Do you feel like that happened when Last Comic Standing was the real boost that pushed you to that? You went from, let's say, a 5 to at least an 8 at that point. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come on now, that's what we're here for.
With you. In that position, you right at everybody. Like you said, dude, I've been standing those, tearing the roof off the place. I get shunned and not allowed on some shows.
Come on.
I can't be an open act because
Too strong.
the people that's the greats won't let me be on the show. And it's so beautiful how God, that if you keep breathing, you keep eating right, you start seeing the full circle of God's plan. It come back. It's like me and Tommy Davidson had the same manager at the same time. At one time, it was his manager. His manager came to a comedy contest I was in, and he wanted to represent me after that. And I got to do some dates with Tommy. And Tommy was cool. He always been cool. He was always a guy. He was, how somebody's so talented, they in their whole head all day long. And one time we got close, we got cool. And we was in Tulsa, and I had a cool setting because it was okay. But then we went to, I'm coming to your question. But then we went to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, that's where the black folks is, of Oklahoma. And when I went to Oklahoma City, and me and him hung out, had lunch, and we was laughing, and it made me feel comfortable. Because, when you're a young comic, you sitting there like, man, this dude from In Living Color, man, he ain't big, he's Strictly Business, he out there with Holly Berry and all that, like yourself, he doing some big things, And I was like, man, how can I be around this dude? But we got on stage and we did a sound check, and we was, back then I could sing a little bit, and he could sing. And we was out there singing Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was hitting the high notes with Philip Bailey. He was hitting the other part, and he was doing the beat, and I was doing Philip Bailey, keep your head. And we just,
like that?
Yeah, not better, way better, brother, way better. I'm just telling, no, stop it. I'm just telling you some words.
Okay, all right.
I had to gargle a little bit. I had to have a couple of ribs. I had to walk around, let the air breathe. But anyway. But we started mixing, man, and it was so fun. And we hugged after that, said, man, that was a great jam session. We had a good time because we see each other now. And I went up on that stage, and when I tell you, I said fire to that son of a bitch.
Come on now.
And when I got done, and nobody had ever admit this, and I love Tommy. This is not a slight by no means. So he was out there doing his thing, and he was doing it, and I was just watching him. And some nigga yelled out, "Where Fat Boy go?" They yelled that, and it happened. And I was like, "Oh shit, this is my last show."
Come on now,
this is my last show. And I didn't even say it, but I said it. And this was my last show. After that, I couldn't get on no more dates.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I can't get on no more
nigga
dates.
Nigga who yelled that out, you ain't shit.
Yeah, nigga ain't shit, man.
Okay.
Motherfucker fucked the whole party
shit,
up.
okay.
You could have just laughed, moved on, got your damn
Wait till you see me in the lobby and talk, whisper in my ear. Nigga,
right,
you last.
Yeah, you were laughing.
Yeah, damn it.
But I couldn't even, I said it wasn't even a favorable compliment because it done all this great stuff.
Right.
I'm a young comic just biting my nail because if I would have did what he did and went through the transition he did, you probably wouldn't have liked me either. That's why one thing I work hard. So when you talking about when I got to those levels of, I seen where my career was just, I would see people taking off and I was like, man, I'm trying to get there. And then it was like, me being a bigger person, that kind of put some, problems in it. Then I see some big person making it. I was like, damn, why I didn't get that part? What I'm saying? How so many different things you just go through your head. That ain't nothing but the devil trying to mess with you. And so when I went to this audition for the Last Comic Standing, and this somebody out there that's watching this, you know when God done blessed the path. Because when you go through and it's so simple, it's so easy, you be like, man, but when I went to audition for Last Common Standing, I didn't have to wait in the line. They brought me right in, Mr. Crawford, this way.
Is it because of the man at Sinclair?
No, Sinclair wasn't with me then. This was this was after Sinclair.
Okay,
no, this was because, you know, I had made my mark in the mainstream game. So I was a veteran when I got on Last Common Standing. Yeah, I was pretty much, I was probably like 11 years in.
Okay.
You know, Ralph Harris had been doing it 20 years, and he was, you know, Ralph Harris. I grew up watching Ralph Harris. Sure. So when they walked me all the way in, I didn't have to wait in line. I went in and I killed it. I slotted it, and then when I went to LA, I slotted it then. I just didn't think they was gonna pick me. I said, man, some bull crap. Next thing you know, I got the red letter, and I was like, holy shit. I'm in Last Common Standing. And I said, that's all I needed, because I prayed to God. I said, God, all the world just got to see me.
There you go.
And all they got to do is, and I was on mainstream
television,
primetime TV every day at 7 o'clock, 7:30 Central, and I was on there being a part of doing the challenges and all. Man, you know, people was watching me. They fell in love with me, and I knew that I had to get them people to follow me. This big jolly guy, I'm making them people, the white people love me, baby. And I made it happen. That's how I got Breaking Bad and all that from Last Common Standing, because them people was loving me. I mean, we go to these towns on the tour, they holding up signs, LAVELL, and I couldn't believe how many people I touched. So when you say about the lost part, I didn't lose a damn thing.
No,
I said I won. I hit a home run when I got on there. I knew once I got on there, I was hurt because I wanted that $250,000.
Right, sure.
But
what's second place?
Yeah,
a letter saying thank you for participating.
Tour. I think I got force majeure on the tour. I think I got a couple of dollars. I don't remember.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing to brag on.
Right.
My tithe was real small for church. So, my family was crying and stuff. I got drunk as hell that night. But doors opened up. I got a movie offer right away, but then it got pulled away.
Right.
Yeah, it was like it was the Ice Cube movie with comebacks. I was supposed to be in there, and then the dude, the director, was mad because they had cast me without his permission. So I was like, there's Limp Bizkit. You remember Limp Bizkit, the rap, that rock dude, son of a bitch. And I was so mad. I said, look where you at now, Limp Bizkit. You a real Limp Bizkit now.
Wow.
Because of that shit. Yeah. I mean, you know, and I ain't hating on it, but it was just like crazy. Because I would have loved to been on there. Ice Cube was one of my top 5 rappers, man.
Okay.
I'd have just liked to been in his presence. I got to meet him later, but you know, it still would have been great. But anyway, so. Yes, you know, we had that yearning and that worry, but I knew I just had to stay diligent, man.
Turn me up a little bit,
If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?